views expressed on this program are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other advertisers. You're listening to Transformation Talk Radio.
This show's audio was via a Skype call.
The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network as she provides energetic shifts and consistent results in every area of life, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success. Many people who shift out of limiting beliefs roar with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. The truth is funny. Shift happens. Feel instant relief. Stay tuned for more fun and release struggle and suffering. And now, here's your host, Colette Stefan.
Today, your guest host, Karen Betten, is here. Karen is a mother, nurse practitioner, certified body talk practitioner, Franklin Method instructor, and owner of Limitless Living, LLC. Joyful, abundant, and bursting with energy. Here is your guest host, Karen Betten.
This is Karen Betten, and welcome to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. I'm filling in for Colette today. Also have her as my guest, which is a funny little nuance. And I will be guest hosting every third Wednesday of the month. Stay tuned for the next hour to experience the instant relief of using your intuition to solve life's most challenging problems. Shift happens every Wednesday at 8 a.m. live on the airwaves and in the archives at truthisfunny.com, transformationtalkradio.com, and at transformationradio.fm. The energetic shifts are still accessible through the HSN or the Higher Self Network if you are listening later. It is my pleasure and honor to share life-transforming information and provide you with an opportunity to call in and delete energetic weaknesses to shift challenges into possibilities. We love to hear from you, so feel free to call in at 1-800-930-2819. And with no further ado, I am so honored to give a shout out and thanks to, in person on the airwaves, to Colette for inviting me to participate in her fantastic show, where she is constantly interviewing and pushing the envelope for all of us to expand what we think is possible and what we can shift in our lives. And I am honored to have her as my guest on her show.
I love it, Karen. And just when we thought women weren't that complicated.
Exactly. And I should have a bio for you, but I think they kind of gave your bio already. So I just stroll right in. I believe the listening community really knows the amazingness of you, the power of the work that you do, your background, the number of years that you've put into this, and the way you do it with laughter and fun. I have to say, from my standpoint, it's one of the things that attracted me to you the first time I met you, probably, I think it's like 9 years ago at this point. Your beautiful, radiant smile, and then your willingness to laugh and get curious, as to why and what could be possible for the things that show up in our lives. So, how you doing today, Colette?
I'm doing awesome. I just came back from Calgary. I was on a little vacation. So if people have been trying to reach me, I just had to unplug. I unplugged for 6 days, and I'm still sort of plugging back in.
Oh, fantastic. I think that's, particularly as women, it's one of the most powerful things we can do is to unplug and really allow ourselves some downtime to keep the boundaries between the external world and ourselves and find that space to just whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, well, it's been, I've been finding with my clients and with people in general that it's been intense.
Yeah.
These are intense times where people are really feeling And, that's why I love this show, because if anyone has a problem and they just don't quite know how to navigate through it, I wanted to provide a platform for people to be able to do that if they, other than through sessions and through seminars. And I mean, wow, it's been quite the journey. As you know, it's more challenging than it seems, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. Lots of things can go wrong. But at the same time, I love, exploring the creative capacity we have within ourselves to allow it to show up, right? Like to just kind of almost witness how we're going to react to whatever challenges show up. And as women, and I believe men as well, we can almost be surprised as how wise and intuitive we are without any plan.
Yeah, and usually that's the part that most mothers are credited with, is being, more intuitive that way. But we all have the capacity, not just with our children, to be intuitive. And I was just going to say that if people do want to call in, the number is 1-800-930-2819. I don't know if we mentioned that. But this has been like I'm having so much fun with this today, because what I found, like when Dr. Pat first asked me to do this radio show, or if I was interested, I was like, I don't know how to do a radio show, but it can't be that hard. And so, but I was like, I was game for it, because like I was looking for a platform to allow everyone to have the opportunity to really experience what it's like when you're really, really, truly upset about something.
Yeah.
And there doesn't seem to be a solution. And you're like, wow, like I'm just so, like a lot of people feel trapped at that point.
Yeah.
And to just like in the few moments that people do call in on the show or whatever, how it just shifts. And it's an awesome way to, to start your Wednesday.
Yeah, and invites a lot of people to sort of shave and dissolve that belief that change and healing takes a time and is a process and slow, and and there are times to be patient, but we also can build our capacity to experience change right here, right now, on the spot, for things that are not always seen, to have that possibility. And speaking of such, the topic for today is the immune system. And we were going to, together, Colette, just kind of look at the knowledge that we have collectively and some of the new information that's available to us out there about the immune system. It's that time of year, right? The flu season. Everybody's talking about getting their flu shots and the flu, and concerned about what's happening. And what I want to address in the beginning is talking about this major paradigm shift in our understanding of the role of microbes in our health, right? So when I say microbes, right, we're talking about viruses, which is what the flu is, bacteria, which is things like that can happen with earaches and those kind of things. And this is kind of what's happened, and what's been revealed in science is kind of akin to the shock when we're watching the last few minutes of a movie and it hits you like that the villain is really the good guy and the protagonist you've been rooting for is actually the evil schemer. Right?
Yeah.
And you're kind of like, whoa, what's happening? And there's been, science has demonstrated, since the time we were infants, right? We were warned about the dangers of germs and the things that would make us sick. And we do everything we possibly can to prevent that, right? We have those hand sanitizers, right? Everybody's supposed to wash their hands. We try to stay clean. We are definitely the clean generation, right? If you go into any store, you can tell that there is a fear of the germs that are out there. Well, lo and behold, the Incredible Human Microbiome Project in 2012 revealed, watch and wait, that the bugs are not the bad guys. We found out, right, that the human body is actually a superorganism or complex ecosystem of human cells living in a relationship with, are you ready, 100 trillion bacteria and other organisms. In other words, they're inside us, right? We used to think we had to keep everything sterile and clean, to lo and behold to find out that they're all on the inside of us anyway. You can't stay away from them. So what we get to start looking at is what are the things that are influencing how our immune system reacts to these things? And one of the things I brought up was, the funny thing is like something like allergies, right? That so many of us have issues with. It's kind of like, there's so many anti-allergy medications out there. It's an entire aisle in your pharmacy, right? That those things are not toxic, right? Like most of the things our body's reacting to are things like peanuts or pollen or hay or grass, right? So what the heck is going on? Why is our body overreacting to things that are really not harmful? And we'll get into this a little bit more when we come back. But Colette, do you have anything that you wanted to add to the things that we've talked about so far?
You're doing an amazing job, and this is so important for people to recognize because people are always so concerned about germs.
Yeah, and that's really
you can't, if you knew what was inside your body right now, you wouldn't even worry about what was outside of it.
You're basically one big walking germ. You're 2% human cells. Everything else is just microorganisms working together, which is an image. For a moment, take that, allow that image to crawl all over you, if you will. And getting to open how we view these bugs and become friends with them and explore the opportunities that are available in enhancing the environment that we are living in. So I think here's the part where we need to go for a break and come on back. So you are listening to The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio. I am Karen Betten, and I am filling in for Colette today. My guest is, watch out, Colette as well.
This is so much fun.
Don't get confused, really, it's all clear. And when we return, we will continue with our talk on the immune system. Call in at 1-800-930-2819, and we will make some shift happen.
What if your body and mind were the compasses to the secrets, mysteries, and magic of life? Glenna Rice, co-host of The Questionable Parent, is inviting you to access all that is possible. Glenna is a 10-year certified veteran access consciousness facilitator who offers an amazing variety of life-changing classes and workshops. Work with Glenna from anywhere with teleclasses and workshops all over the globe. To learn more and see Glenna's current schedule of events, classes, and workshops, visit glennarice.com.
What is a brilliant culture, and how do we create them? Why are they important? Claudette Rowley has created a breakthrough 5-step process to help you align your culture with your business strategy for exceptional results. Looking for a culture that drives organizational excellence? Listen to Cultural Brilliance Radio, the second and fourth Friday of each month at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern on Transformation Talk Radio. To learn more or work with Claudette, visit culturalbrilliance.com.
Wow. Hey, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to the Dr. Pat Show. This is Talk Radio to Thrive By. I'm telling you, I got to pinch myself some days because when each of us gets called to do something that we so not thought was in our wheelhouse to do for a purpose that's so much greater than us, we get to show up and shine.
If you would like to show up and shine on the Dr. Pat Show as a co-host or sponsor, send us an email to inspire@thedrpatshow.com.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthisfunny.com.
Thrive is what we experience when our mind, body, and soul operate as one. When we thrive, we excel on all levels. Thrive is the mindset that matters. It is essential to our being. Have you ever found yourself looking for the instruction manual on how to thrive? You'll find everything you need to help you feel strong, powerful, and peaceful in your own body. So don't waste any more time. Visit thrivebyjen.com today.
Gifted intuitive healer and spiritual teacher Sarah Luce brings her unique style to the hit show Small Steps, Big Breakthrough Radio on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Tune in each month as Sarah turns reality on end and shows us how to experience expansive results with simple yet powerful steps. Expect an enlightening bend on what you currently believe is possible. For show details and upcoming topics, visit sarahloos.com. That's SARALOOS.com.
So we are back on The Truth is Funny, and I am Karen Betten, and I am filling in for Colette today. My guest today is, hang on for it, Colette, same woman. I am so honored to have the host of this show as my guest on her show. So before we continue, Colette, can you share your contact information with our audience?
Sure. You can reach me at thetruthisfunny.com. And if you're interested in my energy correcting cards and my deck, the oracle that I've been working on for the last decade, it's at Tails, TAILS, from thevector.com. And so the cards are available individually. They can be used for feng shui, and also just as reminders. I have them all around my house to remind me of certain things that I want to work on. Mm-hmm. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. I just finished one of my a new drawing for the deck, and I have another one almost complete. So there's 64 cards in the deck. When it's done, I've got 44 done, and by the end of this year, I plan to have, by next year, at least another 12 done. So,
and I love these. I have actually 2 of them made into posters. I have one in my office. Do you remember the name of that one, Colette? It's that beautiful orange dragon.
Yes, that is Angers, and she is from the generator. And so she's sitting on a bed of crystals, crystal generator, and she's in the flow. And so she was the very first one that came to me. And then the other painting that you got was the Reckless Abandon. And that's spelled WRECK, Reckless Abandon. And that's like the gypsy one. But it's interesting because it's about discipline of the mind. Yeah. And discipline of the mind is true freedom. If you ever seen a gypsy, they don't carry much with them. They're always ready to get up at a moment's notice. And as people, the less clutter we have in our house, in our lives, the less clutter we have in our mind, and in our body, actually. And, which is kind of important because we've been talking about all these bugs, right?
Right, exactly.
And we're talking about how, the flu season is coming up. And, the flu season is actually timed perfectly for the holiday season. Have you noticed that? And it ends right around the time that the credit card bills come rolling in from Christmas. And that's about when it really hits hard. A lot of the flu is emotion. Anytime we have allergies and we have, problems with our sinuses, etc., quite often that's grief. And good grief. Have you ever tried to put on Christmas and have it run smooth?
No.
It's usually the woman's job to make sure that the event of Christmas runs smoothly. Yeah. And God help you if you're a working woman and you're at the office. Like I figure that from about this time of year till the pretty much mid-January, that's when I get most of my work done because I don't participate anymore in the concerns about decorating trees or, the decorations or getting the perfect gift or any of that. Because I decided about 4 years ago after my mother passed, she had 4 Christmas trees in the house, 4. It wasn't that big a house. And after she passed, I looked at my daughter and I said, I just can't do Christmas this year. And she said, thank God. Because not that I'm not bashing it. It's just that it's so stressful and people put so much time and energy into it. And they get it's like, I don't know if anyone has ever put on like an event, But like if you're doing a seminar or you're teaching a seminar, you know how much work it is to organize that, right?
Yeah.
And so Christmas and the holiday season, it's beautiful, and it's also very challenging for a lot of people, organizing everybody to get together.
Yeah, and there's a lot of triggers, right, that comes up at the time. It's definitely, there's an incredible amount of sort of sadness that comes up of remembering who's not there, and this idea of how things should be, right? And those are the beliefs that come in from our families and our communities. And what I love that you're bringing up, Colette, is describing, the Christmas traditions that you have created for yourself that speak to your unique nature and are what you are drawn to experience right now. And each of us building our ability to harness that within our own lives and being willing to lead our lives in the way we feel called to. And as a community, even this Truth is Funny community, supporting that in each person. Oh, that's the way you feel drawn to live, your holiday. How beautiful. Like, that's totally different than mine. And this is what we get to look at in the reflection in the immune system as well, right? So if there are belief systems that we are rigidly attached to, they can often influence our immune system, meaning there's an amount of tolerance that is required in order for the immune system to not overreact to things that are actually of no harm to it, right? And so it's the same kind of thing, being able to be uniquely expressive of our true gifts while we're able to tolerate those differences around us, but at the same time, be able to react to the times when our boundaries are necessary to be honored, right? And so this is not about sitting back and just tolerating everything, but allowing our innate wisdom, which is not rationally based, right? Not based on what other people say, but what feels drawn for us. And when we need to honor our boundaries and defend them with a stronger energy, we're able to do that from our wisdom, from a place of effortlessness, from a place of oozing the truth of who we are, right? And that gets reflected in the immune system. And I've seen a lot of people who their overreaction patterns of their immune system settle down significantly when we do some energy work around the things that are hiding underneath their awareness that are often driving their behavior.
Mm-hmm. And with that, you said it beautifully.
Thank you. So we have a caller, and I would love to pull her on. Jody from Saskatchewan. Could we bring her in?
Hi there. Thank you.
Hi, Jody. Welcome.
Hi, Jody.
Hi.
Welcome to the Truth is Funny radio show. How are you?
I'm all right. How about you?
Good, thank you. What can we help you with? Question?
I guess I am calling in for my husband, or for us, I guess. But my husband isn't doing very well, and we are 8 months pregnant.
Oh.
And
congratulations.
So I suspect it's related to the pressures around that, perhaps. But of course, that's my perspective. That makes sense to me. But I'm not sure. He's not feeling well.
He's not feeling well.
Not doing well.
Oh, he's not doing well.
He's not doing well. He's just not. He's just not dealing with things very well.
Okay. So when you check in with this, it seems like this is the area that you'd like to focus in. He's not doing well. On a scale of 0 to 10, if 0 were not bothering you at all and 10 were the worst you've ever been bothered by anything, what number would you scale yourself on? Or rate
8
yourself?
or 9, I guess, maybe.
An 8 or 9 when you're thinking about this.
I got a 12.
I would say a few hours ago, probably a 12.
Yeah. Who am I to put limits on what number you can use?
You know, when they go over 10, that it's like beyond anything that a person can possibly describe.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you can hear it in the voice.
What's going on, Karen? What are you picking up here?
Well, so right now, the first thing that just kind of comes in is this energy in the bottom of your pelvis, right? So it's like the bottom's falling out is sort of the way I feel. And so there's this element of the support systems that are traditionally believed to be necessary in order for us to engage our faculties when we are faced with challenge seems to be crumbling, right? And it seems to be showing up in the lower part of your pelvis. So what I want to do is strengthen that up for you from an energetic standpoint, and then open your mind to allowing the constructs that are going to provide you the support going forward to be revealed to you in a creative way that we won't know what that is, right? So it's kind of like the bottom meeting the top, right? And so the Ayurvedic connection, we call the top the crown chakra, right? Connection to that which is bigger than us, and then our connection to the earth, which is the base chakra. You know, that's that grounding force. So we want to balance out the two so that we can get your feet rooted in the earth of being here in this world, showing up for the challenges and the conflicts that you have magnetized to your life, while you connect to the creative capacity that you have to navigate these challenges with your unique nature, right? The things that feel most aligned to you. And Colette, go ahead. What do you have with that? Go.
Well, I'm picking up like this. People need to be aware that when there's a new baby coming into the world, quite often there's been karma cleared here, but there's more karma to clear. And so I'm going to focus on that. As you're talking, I was focusing on the fact that exactly what you said, the base chakra to the crown chakra. We want to strengthen that, all the chakras. In alignment. Karen, we're at that break time.
Yeah.
So we'll maybe keep Jody on and work on this over the break, hey?
Perfect. Yes, Jody will be, you hang on there and we'll be right back. So I am Karen Betten and you're listening to The Truth is Funny. You can find out about Colette's Call to Dance live events and Float Your Boat teleshifting events and her book, The Truth is Funny, at thetruthисfunny.com, and her energy correcting cards and paintings at Tales from the Vector. And also at energeticupgrade.com on social media at The Truth is Funny with Colette. So we'll be right back to take your calls. Call in if you like, 1-800-930-2819. And let's make some more shift happen.
Are you traveling most of your day? Do you want to take Transformation Talk Radio with you anywhere you go? Well, guess what? There's an app for that. Just go to the App Store on your Apple device or the Google Play Store on your Android and search Transformation Talk Radio. Catch all of our live shows no matter where you are. Thanks for listening.
Gain powerful insight and practical tools to support you on your spiritual journey. Access your higher self and tune in every second and fourth Thursday at 12 p.m. Pacific to A Life Untethered with Andrew Martin and now co-host Jeremy Nudell. Walking the Path of Freedom. Andrew is a highly attuned, intuitive oracle, energy worker, spiritual teacher, and international radio host. For more about Andrew and his services, visit andrewmartin.energy.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com.
Tune in to The Jen Royster Show, intuitive guidance to inspire your life, each Thursday at 8 a.m. Pacific and 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This amazing show is an inspirational hour that will take you on an epic metaphysical journey to discover the spiritual approach to life's greatest challenges. Dr. Jen is an internationally known intuitive counselor, spiritual teacher, and energy healer. Call in for intuitive readings and visit JenRoyster.com for more information.
Introducing the Lucid Planet, a digital gathering place featuring cutting-edge, high-vibrational content that will empower and inspire you to become the greatest version of yourself. Visit the Lucid Planet today to stimulate your mind, body, and soul as you connect with a global community of like-minded people. The Lucid Planet is edited by renowned psychologist and author Dr. Kelly Neff, who is here to help you cope with anxiety, connect to your higher purpose, uncover your true passions, and live your dreams. Dr. Kelly's fresh, compassionate perspective emphasizes growth, transformation, healing, and thriving, even in the face of adversity. Say goodbye to bad news and low vibrational media for good and become part of the larger collective of people working together to navigate the global shift of consciousness and transform the world from within. Join the planet, the Lucid Planet. Visit thelucidplanet.com. Welcome home.
This is Karen Betten, and I am filling in for Colette today, and have Colette Stefan here with me as my guest. We were discussing the immune system, and most recently we were working with a caller that called in by the name of Jody from Saskatchewan. So we're working on the break and trying to shift some energy for you, Jody. Check in that you're still there.
Yes, I'm still here. Thank you.
Hi, Jody. Okay, so let's just get a baseline from you now after the work that we've done and what Colette and I were doing over the break. And on a scale of 0 to, 12, that's where we started, right? What number would you say you're at right now?
It still feels pretty high. 9 is coming to mind. 8, 9.
Okay. Yeah. That's it's shifting. What's coming up right away? What I wanted to say, Jody, is you don't have one baby here. You have 2 babies, and so the one that's in your belly is the one to focus on at this time. And and that's because that's the baby that is. And what was coming up is it's coming up expectations. And, I have, in my deck, I have 2 cards, expectations and anticipation. And that's when you're caught between a rock and a hard place. And so for a lot of women, is this the first baby for you? First pregnancy? Yeah. So this is supposed to be this magical thing, right? How magical has it been for you?
It's not felt the excitement of, I hate to say I'm not excited, but obviously I'm excited about some aspects, but not in the way I would have expected to be. No, it's been stressful. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I would first and foremost, strengthen to that, to all of the numerous experience in any woman's life where things did not turn out the way we expected them to. They were not, the experiences that we engage in that turn out to not be the source of joy and abundance that we were told or that we were believed or that we were led to believe that they would provide. And we strengthen that 100%. And sort of then I would get to strengthen the internal landscape of your body is uneven to the external, right? There's a focus on the external world to be the source of joy and abundance. And we need to equal that with the internal focus for the source of
and this is what's coming up as soon as you said that. Isn't it interesting that we have someone phoning in who's pregnant? And we're talking about the immune system, and we're talking about bugs out there, and we're talking about reactions to emotional situations, basically, as what mostly allergies are.
Yeah.
And this is why I said to you that, let's focus on the baby that's inside of you right now and recognize that you are not alone here. Let's get you strong to that, getting you strong to the flow. That you brought up the card, with the dragon that sits on the generator. Remember, every single child is conceived in love because God makes children. We co-create with God to make children. Every child is loved. Every single child that is conceived. in that moment of conception, that love produces this beautiful co-creation with source energy, with God. It's a miracle. And it's something that to behold. And what I'm getting is you're not allowing yourself to enjoy this experience fully because of, like what Karen said, the external forces coming at you. And so the most important thing for you right now at this time, and it's not even important because this baby is with you regardless. But what people don't realize is that, especially for a first-time mom, is it anything, Jody, like you thought it was going to be? Did anything happen the way you thought it was going to?
With regards to my relationship, no. I would say being pregnant probably feels as I could have imagined it.
Okay, so now get in touch with just the pregnancy and let go of everything else. So go to your heart and go to the heart of this little beautiful soul in your body. Do you feel the love that this soul has for you? Like it's running through my body. What a beautiful little soul. This was not a mistake. This isn't something that, this soul came to you to be housed by you, to be loved by you, and you are loved. And you're finding out the number one first thing we find out when we're a mother is we can't control a thing.
Yeah, so true.
Like, welcome to being a mother.
Welcome to being human, right? I mean, the illusion of control is hilarious.
Yeah.
And so are the illusions of the constructs that need to be there in order to experience joy, right? You could hear the little bit of laughter that came through you right here, right now. So it's remembering the gift that you are without the story, right?
Is and for the moment, Karen, just ask her, like, is this baby moving right now? Is the baby awake?
Yeah, it was moments ago anyway.
Yeah.
It seems like
because
right now
this baby's like, hell yeah, tell it like it is, Colette.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and you guys are you and her, you and the baby will be doing this together, right? In ways that you can't even imagine, as so many women before you have done. And so we're just strengthening you through the line of your female lineage to disassociate from all of the accumulated disappointments that they experience in their lives and strengthen you to navigate any perceived disappointments of the outcome of the situation you are in and open to the constructs that support you to create the life that is most calling to you. And trust me, it may not fit the ideas that you've been holding tight to, but what we're doing is loosening the grip that might be associated with the community's ideas and society's ideas and your family's ideas, and get true to being your unique expression of you as you explore this new terrain with this new energy that is growing in your body, and allowing the connection that you two have to support you to expand into the unknown, right? And we strengthen all of us in the entire community to the unknown and to the power of the unknown, right? And disassociate.
And really, we're just going to strengthen you to this. I know, does it seem like you've been pregnant forever?
I don't know. It's hard for me to just make connection with feelings, to tell you the truth right now. But
this is what I'm asking you to do, though. This is crucial for you right now, is to get in touch with how you feel inside your body with this other being growing. Because, see, a lot of women confuse that with that they're weaker because, like, they've got another mouth to feed now, literally. And your body is going through so many changes at this time. and your emotional state is going through so many changes at this time. If someone had told me this when I was pregnant, I wish that someone would have. So I'm going to tell you what I wish I would have known when I was pregnant. I've been pregnant twice. Is that this is a very beautiful, special time for you, regardless of what's going on outside of your body. And this is a moment, this is something you've been wanting for a very long time, and you have what you want. You just don't have it in the way that you thought you would have it. And so we're going to strengthen you to that, understanding that you have what you want. And number one, the most important thing right now is to nurture yourself and to nurture this new life that's in you. And it's not about listening to how other people want you to do it. It's about going deep within yourself and recognizing you do have the strength to get through this.
Doing a little clean out of the cerebral spinal fluid, going through your spinal cord, and just looking at cleansing and releasing all that is ready to move out, to enhance clarity and focus, balancing your frontal lobe to your occipital lobe, of how you are interpreting your visions, of what you see, how your world is showing up, and the temporal lobe, the things that you are hearing, the subtle sense of hearing as well as your natural sense of hearing, and strengthening to your solar plexus to support you in navigating your boundaries and taking the steps that feel most aligned for you in any given moment to honor the truth of what's inside you and your own inner landscape. And with that, while time flies when we're having fun, we're taking a quick break, and we'll be right back on The Truth is Funny. Jody, if you want, we can finish up with you when we come on back, if you want to hang on, and we'll be right back.
Did you know that all of the shows on the Transformation Radio Network are available as podcasts to stream or download?
Really?
Check us out. Go to transformationradio.fm. We have business shows, spiritual shows, energy healing shows, and pretty much everything in between. Something for everyone, guaranteed to inspire, educate, and transform. We are transforming the world, one listener at a time.
Are you looking for the perfect setting for your next workshop or retreat? At Spirit Fire Meditative Retreat Center, cultivating consciousness is what we do best. Our guests count on us to create an atmosphere that supports serenity and well-being. We lead from the heart and create space for the mind. Freshly prepared meals designed with local and organic ingredients, 95 acres of beautiful woods and pastures, and a facility built with green in mind. This is what you'll find at Spirit Fire. For more information, visit spiritfireretreatcenter.com.
Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. This hit show will have you thinking outside the box and riding the wave of infinite potential. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. Visit thetruthисfunny.com.
Tune in to the hit show Raging Skillet Radio, Mouthing Off with Chef Rossi. Chef Rossi mouths off about different subjects in pursuit of breaking down walls and opening up your minds. She and Dr. Pat banter back and forth, taking from the headlines of the day on subjects that reach beyond what goes on in the world into your hearts. And go to theragingskillet.com to find out more and let Chef Rossi know what's on your mind.
Get ready to experience Truth Talk Radio with host Deb Acker. Tune in to Truth Talk Radio each Wednesday at 3 p.m. Pacific on TransformationTalkRadio.com to illuminate the truth in your daily life as you experience life, love, and abundance from a whole new perspective. This hit show will leave you feeling lighter and bring you into a place of infinite possibilities every day in every way. Visit TruthTalkRadioshow.com for upcoming transformative topics and guests.
The Truth is Funny. Shift Happens with Colette Marie Stefan is excited to welcome Karen Betten as a monthly guest host. Tune in on the third Wednesday of each month at 8 a.m. Pacific Time to regain confidence and trust in your capacity to create change in your life, your health, your family, and your well-being. Karen Betten is a mother, nurse practitioner, certified body talk practitioner, Franklin Method instructor, and owner of Limitless Living LLC. For more information about Karen, visit KarenBetten.com.
This is Karen Betten from KarenBetten.com, founder and owner of Limitless Living. And you can reach me at Karen at KarenBetten, BETTEN.com, or my website is www.karenbetten.com. I've been filling in for Colette today on The Truth is Funny on Transformation Talk Radio, and my fabulous guest, of course, is Colette Stefan as well. And we were talking about the immune system, and we're interestingly working with someone by the name of Jody from Saskatchewan, which a lot of these same concepts can weave into anything. And Jody, are you still there?
Yes, I am. Thank you.
Welcome back, Jody. So we should check in right now and see what number you're at if we were going on the scale again.
Okay, 4 comes to me.
Woo!
Wow,
that's awesome. You. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel quite different. I would say I feel lighter and almost like there's more air movement or something. Yeah.
Oh, so beautiful. Yeah.
Karen, awesome work.
Yeah, you too, Colette.
You know,
and
really,
you know what, Jody, but awesome work on your part too. So being open to this capacity that we have to shift things. And even just the gift of you knowing that calling in today was something that was going to explore this. Because here's the other thing. You're not just doing this for you. You're doing this for every other woman out there and every other person who's struggling with their situation. And your capacity to engage change invites so many other people to do the same exact thing. And it's not about the conflicts not happening and our challenges not happening, but it's about supporting each other as a community to access our unique capacity to be on our path.
And I just wanted to say this because this is really like, it just won't go away. And I don't really know if there's a nice way to say this. But, you know, a lot of times the issue would come up like that it's the male, like like why is this man not stepping up? Why is he being so challenging and difficult at this time? Because he's scared. That's why.
Yeah.
That's why. He's afraid of the responsibility. Mm-hmm. And women need to be more supportive with other women in this way. So I'm going to tell you, Jody, how it really is that I work with people who are pregnant often, and quite often it is the most challenging time of their life. So you don't have to be like in this state of where on top of everything else, you're supposed to, on top of having more blood flowing through your body than you've ever had before, on top of like your body changing shape, your, all of the extra things that are happening within your own body, and actually having life in your body. Isn't that weird?
and wait, so if we're talking about the immune system, I have a couple things to add here because I love what you just said, Colette. But, so and just to give you this thought, right? So this idea of being alone, right? This idea of being separate. And you could feel that some of what's going on with you, right? Would you say, Jody? Feeling disconnected, partner not showing up in the way you want them to, all of this stuff. So we were talking a bit about microbes, right? And moving them from their long-standing position as these evil pathogens that are invading our bodies and making us sick to, are you ready for this? Friends with benefits, or organisms that live symbiotically together with us, right? So when you're feeling most alone, take a moment, use your creative energy, and imagine what did we say? 100 trillion mutualist microbes that are there with you. They are making your brain function, making your body function. They are a part of you, and together you are this ginormous community of bugs functioning as Jody. They're with you, they're supporting you, plus the trillions of bugs that are growing every day and manifesting themselves as the child that's in your belly, right? So you are a walking ginormous community of love and support and mutual energy. And it's crazy, but it can be really powerful. and support the nervous system, right? What's the nervous system? It's our interface with the outside world to just see things differently. And when we see things differently, we actually initiate different biochemical responses. And guess where dopamine, the feel-good hormone, is most primarily secreted? The gut brain and the heart brain, not in the head like we used to think.
So there we go.
Right?
Chime in.
So, Jody, I just want to thank you again. You've been an amazing, well, you're not really a guest, but you feel like one because you've been hanging out with us and we've been loving it.
And by the way, Jody, what a beautiful baby.
Yes. That's the thing.
What a beautiful baby. What a beautiful soul.
Yeah.
You're doing amazing.
Yeah, so much love. And you heard the call, and it didn't show up maybe in the way that you thought or the way some of us were thought, but it's Colette and I connected to it so deeply. And what a beautiful soul you and this child are. And we look forward to connecting to you in whatever way the future holds. So much love to you, Jody. Thanks again.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
So, Karen.
Yeah.
You know, nobody ever tells it like it really is, right? And, you know, just for everybody listening out there, anyone else who's maybe in this situation, like it's scary when you have another being that you are not, you know, that you all of a sudden are going to be looking after. And we all, you know, we don't see on the commercials on TV and in the magazines, they don't show the crappy moments that often, you know. They show like this, you know, happy pregnant woman, and most pregnant women by the time they're in their 8th and 9th month aren't really that cheerful.
Right.
Some are, but, you know, there's a lot of discomfort in the body. For some women, they find that very challenging. And so we just want to strengthen this, like for everybody, you know, and the fathers. I mean, when you test, does this man love his child? Yes, he loves this baby. Does he love her? Yes, he loves her. He doesn't feel that he measures up. That's all.
Yeah, and that's the thing in life, you know. Love is not what we do, it's what we are. So when we base it on what we're doing and base it on our behaviors and our actions, we're not connecting to the truth of the energy of what it truly is, which is, it's such a triggered word, right? Like, well, because then love becomes something that's conditional. Well, if you love me, you need to do this, right? And that's not, you know, many of us don't have the capacity to show up the way other people need us to, and that's good. and sometimes the most powerful thing we can do is honor those boundaries and walk away, even if it's from a friend that we've been with for 50 years, because it just doesn't feel like the physical connection is what needs to be there anymore. And the other right, sometimes the most powerful thing is to stay in it and to, you know, navigate through and see what the information in there is for us. See what these challenges are bringing up. Because here's the thing, whenever we are triggered by someone, they're always mirroring, and this is such a challenge to wrap our heads around, but it's a really powerful way to harness our own power to create change. And that is recognizing that the conflicts in our lives we are a co-creator in, and they are reflecting some aspect of ourselves that we reject, you know, and maybe that piece is that it's not okay to be mean. It's not okay to be wrong. It's not okay to not show up. And as we shave that belief and the influence it has on our lives, we get to live more free. And that's where that limitlessness comes in. How can we be the most truest expression of ourselves in that moment? And a lot of times these beliefs are below the surface, right? They're below our awareness because they're just operating in the background, and they're influencing our physiology, including our immune system and the community of microbes that are working together to support our brain functioning and our physiology.
Beautiful, Karen.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Can you believe, like, we're already at the end of the show?
No, oh goodness, we just got the 1 minute. No, I can't believe it. It was so fun. What a fabulous call-in that was. So moving for all of us to see what's possible, and so much credit to her and her willingness to explore that vulnerable place. And I'm the first to say it's not always comfortable, right? But it's sharing in the community to explore that discomfort and what it has for us. That's really the joy of living. So thank you, Colette, for being my guest today. What a fabulous, I just always love it.
It was so much fun. Tthank you.
Do it every
Carter.
time.
Thank you, Pat, from Transformation Talk Radio.
Yes, thank you, Pat. And so it's always a pleasure to connect with all of you out there in the audience. And thank you to to Jody, like we said, for being on the show, Colette, and all the callers who are even in the background that were thinking about calling in or listening about calling in. You're as much a part of this community as those that have called in, and we thank you all. Colette will be back next Wednesday at 8 a.m. And so, Colette, do you have any last few words that you'd like to share?
Just like, wow, I love having you be my hostess with the mostest.
Oh, yes, I'm like a tasty cake.
There we go. Yeah, we'll be back next Wednesday. I'll be at the Holistic Fair this Sunday if anyone's in Kelowna, 11 till 4, Laurel Packard House.
Fabulous. And I will be back next month with an amazing, Laura Stuve, who was on the Human Genome Project, and we'll be talking about DNA, and we'll be talking about the immune system, and you'll want to be with us. So thank you again.
Awesome.
Bye-bye to all.
You've been listening to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan. Tune in to The Truth is Funny with Colette Stefan each Wednesday at 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Join Colette on the Higher Self Network as she provides energetic shifts and consistent results in every area of life, inspiring listeners to shine their brilliance and ensure success while roaring with laughter as they recognize the humor of the giant cosmic joke. The Truth is Funny. Visit thetruthisfunny.com for more information. That's thetruthisfunny.com.